I'm good, thank you. So we are in a winter wonderland, like a lot of you, and some of you not. School just got canceled for tomorrow, so I'm chuckling. I'm hunkering down with some Cali Night here. Everybody, I'm going to start the call a little early. I know that I still have some of you that haven't gotten on, but I have someone really special that I want to bring on the call tonight. Roberta, are you on tonight? Yes, I am. Good job, honey. All right, guys. So I'm going to start with this is your weekly Sunrider call. I'm Dr. Karen Spencer-Dees, and I'm going to host this call tonight. We are all IBOs or customers or friends of customers, family that love the Sunrider products, and this is your call to ask questions, to learn, to share everything that's on your heart regarding Sunrider, and also how you're using and consuming these foods that may also help someone else that's on the call tonight. I know that a lot of you have emailed to me. You've seen the updated what's available product list, and more products are available, and that's really exciting. And some of you are receiving boxes of back orders, so we're off and running, and that's great. And you can look forward to more and more products coming back and coming out with new packaging beginning now. So I want to start by telling you you can star 6 if you'd like to mute your phone and kind of go on with what you're doing, and it will silence you. And then you can star 6 again if you'd like to come on and speak or share, ask a question. You can also use your mute button, guys, okay? And it helps, especially if you're driving or if you are sitting with a group of people and you all start chatting, or you're in the kitchen with a blender. So I challenge all of you to check your phones and see if you have a mute, and if not, star 6. Okay? So tonight I want to begin by saying that I appreciate so many of you who have emailed. A lot of you have asked some really good questions. A lot of you are actually fairly new to Sunrider, and welcome. Some of you have been using and consuming these foods for over 20 years, and yet because we've been back ordered, a lot of you are experiencing them as if it were the first time, and that's exciting. I think we all know what a gem we have with Sunrider. And I want to begin, as I do a lot of times, with sharing a little bit about who is Sunrider. And I am using, and I'm going to read from one of the Sunrider magazines, catalogs. There'll always be something that Sunrider has put out that I have gleaned something from, and I just want to share it with you. So Sunrider states that we are a world-class company that creates the finest herb-based products. Our purpose is to nourish the world and you, and inspire for you and the world a life of balance, authenticity, and well-being. Our vision is to foster a culture of opportunity so that people anywhere, you, feel empowered to challenge conventions, push beyond your own boundaries, and pave your own path to success and well-being. We believe that investing in the holistic well-being of people allows you to live out your best life. And because of this, we're committed to empowering both personal and professional prosperity while also supporting your healthy living. Our values, which are so significant and important, are integrity. We protect the true nature of ingredients and refuse to compromise the nutritional power in our products, promoting complete wellness in families and communities around the world. I take that very seriously, that the ingredients that they're using are protected, they're not compromised, they are enhanced, and the goal is that for all of you, for your families, for communities around the world, that you would all have a well-being and feel well. The second is innovation. We marry the intelligence of nature with the intellect of modern technology so that they complement each other, not compete. We believe that everyone is capable of success, and we are committed to empowering each person to lead a life of independence independence and prosperity and well-being. Harmony. We pursue balance in our lives, in your lives, and your bodies. And we are committed to nurturing your pursuit of a whole and peaceful life. Connectedness. We believe in the unshakable connections within ourselves, to people surrounding us, to our immediate environment, and to the universe. Wisdom. We root all of our decisions in compassion for people and a care for your future, using our collective knowledge for greater good and reward. We believe that everyone is capable of success and are committed to empowering you to lead a life of independence and prosperity. We are grounded in tradition, advancing through innovation. And Sunrider really stands apart, and I've shared this with you many, many times, but I want to remind you that the real difference with Sunrider is their commitment to overseeing everything from the ground up, from the moment those seeds are planted to the moment those products arrive within your kitchen doors, right? To the moment you give them to your family. That the reality is that even though we can read that maybe Dong Quai is good for our hormones, all Dong Quais are not the same. Sunrider is a food-based company, meaning that they believe in the whole food nourishment. It's the difference between the orange and extracting ascorbic acid from the orange and creating vitamin C. Sunrider is not a vitamin company. It is a whole food company. The belief is that by getting these whole foods into our bodies, that our bodies will know what to do, because the synergistic structure of that whole food is still intact. For example, that orange. So if I pick that orange from that tree and I eat that orange, it's not just vitamin C. There's all sorts of other active ingredients, right, that are part of the orange, from fiber to vitamin A to minerals. There's all sorts of ingredients that work hand in hand so our bodies can digest and utilize the nutrition of that orange. It's in its whole food state. It's considered food. It nourishes us, it nurtures us, and allows for our bodies to repair themselves. When we use vitamins isolated, which are good, it's treatment. It allows for us to catch up that day from what we may have been deficient of or from the day before. That's a different protocol. That's different. Sunrider's philosophy is the philosophy of regeneration. If I give you an orange and you eat that orange, your body does not have to exert any extra energy to figure out where that orange came from. Unlike if I give you vitamin C, your body has to use energy and figure out what went with that vitamin C. What's it for? How do I digest it? How do I absorb it? What goes hand in hand with it? When we eat the whole food, we get what's called a regenerative effect. Our bodies use the food to replace, repair, and then what we call regenerate. Sunrider took it a step further. The ingredients are at the peak of nutrition. So they're all right at the top. It's kind of like eating for the seasons. We eat foods that seasonally are more nutritious for us versus when we eat, let's say, a tomato in the winter. Right? The tomatoes grow in the summer. When we eat them in the winter, they don't look the same, they don't taste the same, the value of the nutrition isn't the same. Sunrider's brilliance knows what to do with that, and then they concentrated it. So the nutrition of, let's say, 10 oranges is spray dried into that one orange. And when you eat that one orange, it is a super concentrated one orange. We get the nutritional value of, let's say, 10 oranges, but we only have to digest the fiber of one. It's life-changing. It's called dense nutrition. It's eating dense nutrition. We get low-calorie, high return on nutrition. Sunrider is brilliant this way. And all of you who have used Sunrider in the past, whether it's externally on your skin or internally or even in your homes, understand that the effect is quite quick. And you know through the years that we don't have to stay in the spot we're in when we eat Sunrider. It allows for us to do the dance of regeneration. Turn back the clock. Allow for new cells to repair, to grow, to heal, right? To not be the tired, exhausted, fight or flight old cells, maybe from the past 3 months. We always have a chance of a new day. And with food, it allows for your body, and this is really spectacular, to regenerate. It repairs, renews, and regenerates so that we start anew. And all of your Sunrider products, all of them, not some of them, all of them will do that for you. One of the, I think, really interesting components of Sunrider really is who started Sunrider. I think that it speaks to why Sunrider is so spectacular, and that's Drs. Tei-Fu and Oi-Lin Chen. And I think that for me, being in the field for so many years of biology, nutrition, and hormones, and all of my degrees in this field, I really respect that not only did they get educated, but they also offered, right, solutions. And then they took it a step further. They didn't just offer solutions, they offered life changes for you and for your family. And so Dr. Tei-Fu Chen has a background in everything from herbology, pharmacology, nutrition, while Dr. Oi-Lin Chen is a Western medical doctor that had specialized in obstetrician. And they have 5 children. And the children are now, right, grown, and Dr. Ruben Chen and Dr. Eric, and all of them, whether it's in the fields of medicine or pain management or chemistry, whatever it may be, are adding such brilliance to why Sunrider nutritionally is so sound. And for me, that matters because in case, I'm going to give you an example, most of you probably saw on the Associated Press and all through the news that there was a certain brand of orange juice, right, that had chemical toxins in it. And it promoted itself as natural, the word natural, a buzzword. And I think that, and if you want to know, I will tell you, but I will email it to you. You can Google it. But the interesting piece is that one of my sons asked me this question. How is it that something can market itself as natural and harm you? And so that's the reality of this, that we live at a time where marketing sells. Drs. Chen and their family have a foundation of not just sound nutrition, but a desire to really feed the world and to give them the best quality, and then to concentrate it and allow for you to regenerate. They're not using buzzwords. They're educated. They challenge themselves to know the field. They make sure that they don't compromise ever on an ingredient. That's why you don't see the product sometimes too quickly if it's been backordered or if it's new. Everything is of top quality because they feed it to their families too. And with that said, I just want to say thank you to Sunrider for going not just the extra mile, but for really going so far down the road that the rest of us know how to walk. Because nutrition is a tricky slope. You have to know what goes with what so that the body can ingest it, digest it, and then utilize it for recovery and for fuel. And that's what they've done. So this is what we call our first food. You eat it, you allow for your body to get the nutrients from it, and then you see, what am I hungry for next? And I love that about Sunrider. It's food. You can incorporate it in your food, eat it at the beginning of a meal. You can even eat it, as I did with my daughter the other night, which was for bloating. We made a Similac tea. So I want to say that this is not just another product in another company. This is about quality nutrition and people committed to making sure that you, your children, those you love, those you care about, actually all have the opportunity for a different future. because that's what nutrition does. It feeds us, it fuels us, and it offers us a different future. Not just a different moment, but a different future. Okay? I want to start by saying that we're going to talk tonight about some products, and they have what are called product fact sheets, for those of you that don't know. And if you go on Sunrise website and you pull up a product, you will see right under the product fact sheet, click on it. You'll see that it gives you a full page of information on ingredients, questions and answers about that product, what that product does, what it's for, recommendations for how to use that product. And I personally think it is underused and really important. And so for everybody that you're sharing these foods with, or for you as you learn about them, or possibly you already know and have not read that product fact sheet in a while, they're constantly being updated with new information, current information. Read them, print them out, forward them, share them. For the products we cover tonight, we will use those product fact sheets also. And I want to just thank you for being on this call, and to tell you that someone I respect, admire, and love is on this call tonight. Her name is Roberta McMaster, and I'm going to read you, Roberta, I'm going to read them a little bit about your background for a minute. I'm going to let you share. Roberta has been using Sunrider for, she can tell you how many years, but for many years. And Roberta has a background that I think is spectacular, and a testimony that's also spectacular. But Roberta is, and has been for many years, a registered RN or nurse, worked in the hospitals, and also has studied everything from the School of Applied Functional Medicine, Functional Diagnostic Nutrition, Institute for Integrative Nutrition. She is the kind of nurse that all of us wish we'd known and know, because she understands the balance of both sides, the importance of Western medicine, the importance of compassion and palliative care, and the importance of holistic well-being. And I want to welcome her to the call, and she is going to share whatever she wants. But we talked a lot about, she and I, the health of the heart tonight. And so, Roberta, why don't you tell me what you want to talk about, and then we'll give tonight's call a theme, okay?
Okay, well, I was going to discuss stress and how it affects our body.
Okay, so that's what Roberta's going to talk about. So, Mac, it's stress and how it affects our bodies. And Roberta, thank you so much for being on this call tonight. I know you're going to impact so many lives. Go for it.
Well, thank you for the nice introduction. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
As of this year, I've been an RN for 48 years. I cannot believe that. But anyway, celebrate. Well, basically, stress, everybody goes through it at one point in our life, or many more times in our life. But an occasional stress, our body is equipped with that, because it's a fight or flight, which is your sympathetic nervous system. However, if you are constantly living in stress, in that mode, it will affect your body, and especially your heart. So I wanted to share what happened to me way back in 2009. I had been under tremendous stress for months, and I ended up in the emergency room, and I had palpitations, and my heart was beating so hard, it felt like it was trying to jump out of my chest. And as a nurse, I had never experienced that before. Had never even had a patient that had experienced like his heart was going to jump out of their skin, So anyway, I also had tachycardia, which is a fast heart rate, and my heart rate was right around 154. And when your heart rate gets that high, you have a lot of trouble breathing. So you're trying to breathe in between those heartbeats. So when I got home from the hospital that day, I called Karen and talked with her, and she suggested that I start eating MetaBooster. Metamucil was fabulous. I'm so glad that she gave me that advice. And one of it is it's called L-arginine, and that is one of the ingredients in that product. And it's an amino acid, and basically what it does is it changes into nitric oxide, which is a neurotransmitter, and it helps the blood vessels to relax, which is exactly what I needed. And so I continue to take that every day. I do not want to have a repeat of that, and I do as much self-care because I don't have the stress that I experienced then. Another product that Sunrider has that would be really good is Ease. And I believe Ease is available. Is that correct, Karen?
It is.
Okay. And it contains valerian root, and that is like a mild sedative, and it helps to alleviate stress. Wonderful product. I also eat that. Cali Night, as Karen was mentioning, she's drinking Cali Night. That is also a wonderful product, and it helps to calm and soothe you. So that would also help to alleviate that stress. And another product is LifeStream, because we're talking about the circulatory system, the heart, and LifeStream, which I believe is available.
It is.
Okay, it promotes cardiovascular health, and it addresses the circulatory system, and it also helps to the maintenance of our optimal health, which is what we want to actually attain, is optimal health. So those are the products that I would recommend anybody who's experiencing stress. It will really help to calm you, relieve the anxiety, and also to bring your body back into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and digest. Did anybody have any questions?
Roberta, I have a question for you. And I'm going to cover these few products for everybody. All right, one second. I'm going to pull these up. So one question I have for you. So for you, knowing that most likely this was going to be, you were in the ER, right? You were stressed. You were probably stressed in your job, stressed in life. And you recognize this about your heart and about your breathing. How, someone's going to say, did it work immediately? Right? How do you feel Sunrider fits in to your life, your lifestyle, your daily life? There's a difference between I had an experience and I used products and I felt better, and then a lifetime. What will these products do for me going forward if I take them every day? So I'm going to let you kind of talk to that, and then when you're done, I will go over those 4 products.
Okay, well, since I eat all of those and drink the Cali tea is when I first got home, I had Cali Night, and so I drank the Cali Night, and I continue to do that anytime I get stressed or life gets, kind of in the way. And then Metabooster, I have to have that at home, so I start eating that, and I continue to eat that. But it's just incorporating that and learning self-care to take care of myself first, so that I don't get into all those stressful situations. And I want optimum health, so I'm going to eat or drink the Sunrider tea and eat those products. Absolutely.
Robert, how do you think that these products would help someone? Someone just emailed me a question. Someone with high blood pressure.
Absolutely. LifeStream has to do with the circulatory system, so it's also going to help with the blood pressure. Because it's going to take what happens when you have high blood pressure is that your blood vessels have a tendency to get smaller, so they're not open wide, so that the blood can flow through. So absolutely, LifeStream would be great for blood pressure. Ease would also.
So it's still the same products, even though we may experience it in different ways.
Right. Exactly.
Do you?
System.
Because it works for the system, which would be the circulatory system?
Yes.
Okay. So, guys, I'm going to go through these 4 products, and then I'm going to let you, if you want, ask questions for Roberta. I think that it's very important because I get asked a lot about heart health and about stress and about a lot of you will experience what Roberta talked about, which is rapid heart rate, or you're having experiences of anxiety, right, or panic, or you're under a lot of stress, or from the pandemic on for a lot of people, right, there's been an undue stress, new stresses, and I think that Roberta really can talk to having gone through something and even knowing educationally what it all was, still experiencing it herself, and knowing that she had to get immediate care. And then what do I do for my life now to help me, right? To help me out of fight or flight, to self-care, I think, is the big word. How do I take care of myself now for the rest of my life so this doesn't repeat? What can I do? And Sunrider was one of those components for Roberta that became part of her self-care routine, which I admire and respect and love that she saw this as part of her self-care. And to this day sees this as part of her self-care for herself and her family. So I'm going to start with one of the products that Roberta was talking about. And again, this is Kali Night. So although a lot of you may use Kali Night just because it's for sleep, Roberta used it to quiet the storm, right? Roberta to come out of that fight or flight, and used it in the daytime, not just night, but daytime. And so Sunrider states, sip your way to sweet dreams with our Kali Night. We all like to call it Kali Calm, in case you want to know. Our soothing herbal beverage helps relax your body and your mind with a special blend of passion flower, camellia leaf, right, and other calming herbs. You can drink it before bedtime to relax and promote restful sleep, or sip it during the day to enhance hydration, ease tension, and melt away stress. And Roberta understood the quality of the nutritional value in Kali Night and immediately went to it. And I believe has been using it ever since. And I think that last line is really important, that yes, we can all drink it before bed to relax and get a restful sleep. But how about sipping it during the day to enhance your hydration, ease tension, and melt away your stress? The second that Roberta talked about, and then I'm going to let her talk about D3 for a minute, is MetaBooster. Now, although you may not be able to purchase MetaBooster yet, it will be back very soon. Some of you actually have it in your homes and don't know what to do with it. I think Roberta gave an excellent explanation on it, but MetaBooster made a difference. And so Sunrider states, activate your metabolism and give your body a natural boost. This fortifying formula delivers a powerful synergy of protective, that's the key, protective antioxidants, and as Roberta talked about, essential amino acids, and it helps to nourish and energize your body. The alpha-lipoic acid neutralizes free radical damage, and it breaks down carbs to kick off your metabolism. So for those of you that actually want to lose weight or exercising, this is a great product for you. It's done without steroids and stimulants. But Roberta focused on one of the amino acids that is a central point to MetaBooster. And that really is the L-arginine. And what Sunrider states is that in the body, the amino acid changes into nitric oxide. That's what Roberta was talking about. A powerful neurotransmitter that helps blood vessels relax and supports circulation. It also helps support healthy blood flow in the arteries of your heart. That's right here. That's right on the product fact sheet. That's why it helps Roberta. Made a huge difference. Huge. You all can take a look at that. The third product Roberta talked about in this combination was ease. We've talked about ease many times, but Roberta talked about it in the form of regulating your fight or flight response and your heart rhythm. to calm your stress. Our relaxing ease formula naturally soothes anxiety, stress, and sleeplessness, so you feel calm, rested, rejuvenated, and ready to be your best. Roberta pointed out one of the key ingredients in ease, valerian root. Valerian root alleviates tension, muscle spasms, really important piece there, and congestion. And this is a big deal because the valerian root has long been used as a mild sedative. It's been known to alleviate insomnia, tension, stress, and very quickly. But it also holds the power to ease congestion and relieve muscle spasm. And your heart is a muscle, guys. And so for all of you who understand that when you are having a lot of stress in your lives, tension, your blood pressure is high, your stress is high, maybe your stress isn't high, but your blood pressure is still high, right? Maybe you are finding, like Roberta did, life just caught up with you. And Roberta understood that calming the body, calming the muscle, allowing the body to have the quiet it needed to calm itself, and not in a way that put her to sleep, but allowed for her to get quiet. And it made a huge difference to the point that Roberta uses it every day. And not only does it relieve the stress and anxiety, but it also leaves you feeling fresh and focused. So whereas some other product may leave you feeling tired from the ingredients, what Sunrider's Ease does is it allows for the anxiety and the stress to melt away, and you feel more refreshed and focused. It's almost a little bit of an oxymoron, but it works. It's pretty spectacular. And then the fourth product that Roberta was talking about is the LifeStream. And your LifeStream is part of your quinary, or your 5 systems that feed the 5 major systems of your body. The LifeStream feeding the circulatory system. And if you think of the word life stream, it's your blood flow. It's how your blood flows. This is very important. This is a very important product for everybody and their circulatory system, as Roberta's talking about. And Sunrider states, get in a healthy flow. This natural supplement is designed to address and feed the circulatory system with water element herbs to promote balance and fluidity throughout your body so your blood flows smoothly. LifeStream also will support your digestive system and even your cleansing process, which is spectacular because, again, right, your blood filters, your blood takes the nutrients, it transports them to the organs, your blood pumps, right? What pumps to your heart? What does your heart do, right? We need our blood flow to not be erratic, but to be smooth. And Sunrider states, as Roberta did, that not only is it about the circulatory system, but it promotes cardiovascular health. This is all about circulatory health. This is all about blood flow and heart health. And so for all the reasons Roberta was talking about from her testimony of whether it's stress, fight or flight, heart palpitations, dramatic heart palpitations, blood pressure, LifeStream makes a difference. So when you combine, for Roberta, the Night Cali or the Galley Calm with the Ease and the LifeStream, and then you'll add in the nitrous oxide from the Meta Booster, it was a magical combination, and Roberta's not ever given it up. I want to just add that Roberta also is going to share 2 other products with you that I think are important, and she's very firm about them. And one is the importance, and I've brought this to your attention before, of vitamin D3 and how it impacts your heart health and also your stress. And also, Roberta, if you wouldn't mind, as you kind of go forward with this, not only the D3, but any other product that you think that in going forward with reducing someone's stress and improving their heart health, whatever one you want, whether it's New Plus, whatever it may be, I'm going to just give you free reign to jump on it, okay? But I want you to share what you shared with me about the importance of D3.
Okay, will do. Vitamin D, as we all know, is, or we may not know, actually is not a vitamin. When it gets in the body, it actually acts as a hormone. And every cell in your body, every organ depends upon vitamin D. So it's very important that you take vitamin D3 every day. And I know Sunrider has 1,000 international units and 5,000 international units. And so we have our choice of taking either. And again, since it's food, if we're not getting enough with 1,000, then take 2,000 or 3,000 or jump to the 5,000. So, but it's very important to be taking vitamin D3.
When you say it acts, right? It goes in the body, and I understand it as a hormone. You and I were talking about how it impacts even cortisol, which is for everyone, you know, their belly fat or what looks like weight gain, and slows actually, you know, cortisol will slow your metabolism. And as we age, we all think we get more cortisol, but cortisol really is a reaction a lot of times to stress, right?
Yes, it is. Very much so.
So if someone's producing a lot of cortisol, do you think that everybody taking the vitamin D3 every day would help regulate that?
Absolutely. It would, yes. And cortisol, normally, you know, cortisol usually goes up like in the middle of the night. There goes down, and then in the morning, your cortisol should be up so that you're ready to bounce right out of bed. And some people don't experience that when they had a good night's, they thought they had a good night's rest. Then they go to get up in the morning and they're fatigued. And so that has to do with your cortisol. So it's very important to eat the vitamin D3 and to help to regulate that cortisol. And you can ask your doctor to have a cortisol drawn, and you can either do that by blood or urine, so you know where your cortisol stands. And usually it's 4 times during the day because they want to know in the morning what your cortisol level is, at noon, evening, and night. And that will also help you to know where you are, and that way you can help plan your meals also so that you can lose weight.
What other product, one more product do you think that you use has changed your life or improved it?
Oh, I would say VitaShake, absolutely.
Oh,
VitaShake.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why. Why VitaShake?
Well, I like that it's got the fructooligosaccharides, which puts good bacteria, promotes good bacterial growth, and of course we all know that gut health is very, very important. We've learned a lot about that in recent years.
Stop right there, because I promise you not everyone knows what you're talking about. So say it again. Say it one more time.
Okay. As I've been going through the School of Applied Functional Medicine, I have learned that 85% of our chronic diseases begin in our gut. And it has to do with our good and bad bacteria in our gut. And so that's why it's important to be feeding your gut. And VitaShake and New Plus are great for doing that. So they'll really help, and you'll experience a lot of energy, and you won't be crashing. And it will also, the New Plus and VitaShake both are really great for losing weight.
Have you found that by eating VitaShake along with these other products that you're using, that do you feel that your well-being changed?
Absolutely. Yes. My mood has changed. My weight has changed. I've not had any significant palpitations whatsoever since I eat MetaBooster and LifeStream, all that every day. So it definitely has. And I cannot believe this, but I will be 70 this year. And I do not feel, look like I'm 70. And I'm not and you're a walking role model.
You've walked this, you've lived this, you are somebody that I truly respect your education and your knowing that this was a quality product, and that you've been consistent with it, and you can absolutely recognize that your life changed from it. I think that something that Roberta just said, and then I'm going to let you all ask questions or comments, whatever you'd like, is she mentioned a buzzword. We call it FOS. FOS. And if you pull up VitaShake and you pull up the product fact sheet, you will see the big word that Roberta mentioned, but in parentheses you will see FOS. I'm giving you shortcuts. And what Sunrider writes is this prebiotic, soluble fiber carbohydrate, as Roberta said, supports healthy growth of beneficial bacteria in your gut. FOS cannot be absorbed or broken down by the body, therefore is a great food source of probiotics. That's a big deal, everybody, a very big deal. If you have good bacteria in your gut and your gut is healthy, all those nutrients, we talked about this last week, right, will be transported to where they need to go. And she's right, your health begins in your gut. And the other piece is Roberta talked to you about. She's had challenges in her life, and she applied Sunrider to them. She's had times, right, where this is just about weight loss, and this helped her. She's had times where it's been about more energy and rejuvenation and feeling young, and she's had that from it. It's preventative. She's used it. It is in a crisis. She used it. It's lifelong. And so for everybody who questions, is this a valuable product? Is this just another product? Roberta and I are here to tell you, no. This changed lives. This changes lives. Do any of you have any questions, comments, thoughts for Roberta, for me, before we go forward?
Hi, Karen. It's Donna.
Oh, hi, Donna.
How are you? Hi, Roberta.
I'm good.
Heart health is huge for us. Bob comes from a different side of it, where his is more genetic and more blockage than maybe the rapid heartbeat. But he has done the live stream and the vitamin D and the E's, and Evergreen's been really big for him, helping him a lot. But I didn't know about the Meta Booster, so I want to say thank you for that. I didn't think about Meta Booster for heart health. Yeah, it worked wonders for me. So if it can help me, it can help everybody. Definitely. I appreciate that. That's good for us to know.
Thanks, Donna. Roberta, to what Donna's saying, I think that's an important distinction, and I'm pulling it back up. I want you to kind of talk to that one more time, and that is, so somebody's going through, in a sense, a different version of this. So maybe they don't have the heart palpitations, but they have, genetic, right, clogged arteries, or we all come to something. How would the nitric oxide help that? Like, explain to everybody how Meta Booster would make a difference in heart health for everybody, not just for what you went through.
Okay, well, our blood vessels can dilate or restrict. And restrict, of course, means it makes them smaller and it makes it harder for the blood flow through. So what Meta Booster does with the nitric oxide is that it helps the blood vessels to relax, and therefore the blood is able to flow much better. So, and that's important because we want the blood to flow everywhere, okay, and come back to the heart. So I think the nitric oxide is the key to Meta Booster and to helping with the blood vessels.
Thanks, Roberta. Donna, I hope that helps Bob.
It does. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Hey, Karen, it's Mac.
Hi, Mac.
Hi there. Hey, first of all, Roberta, thank you so much for your great testimony. And by the way, I love your posts on Facebook. They're always so uplifting. So keep that up, okay? Love seeing them all the time. Hey, just a quick story around the Meta Booster again myself. And I've shared this before, so please forgive me for those that have heard this. But My dad passed away just over 20 years ago now from congestive heart failure. And I remember right after that traveling with Dr. Chin, and we were actually in Rome and we were having lunch together. And for those of you that have had lunch with Dr. Chin, you know, anytime you sit down with a meal, he pulls out his bag, right? Karen, you're laughing in the background. You've seen it a million times. He had these incredible white pills in there, and I hadn't seen those before. So I started asking him about what he was taking. And he got this really solemn look on his face. And he said, Mac, I'm so sorry. I'm well, what are you talking about, Dr. Chin? He says, I'm so sorry I didn't come up with this like 2 years ago, because your father would be sitting here today had I had this product back then. And Roberta, it ties right back into everything you were talking about, the L-arginine, the production of the nitrous oxide, et cetera. That is so important for heart health. And even though I'm not my father, that made such an impression on me that I've been using MetaBooster every single day, because I heard what he said. Okay, and Roberta, I heard what you said, and Karen as well. That is such an incredible product. I just wanted to share that. And last but not least, you know, one of the things that I've certainly found in terms of stress is the need to listen to my body, okay, because our bodies do communicate with us. And my wife always jokes about the fact that if you don't listen to the whispers, it won't take long before you get hit over the forehead with the 2x4. So listen to the whispers as your body's talking to you about these things. And again, you guys, hey, thank you so much. We'll let somebody else talk now. I just wanted to share that quick story.
Thank you, Matt. Yeah. All right. Your dad was an amazing man. Jackie from Pascal, and I want to talk about the live stream. Hi, Roberta. I started taking live stream about a month ago. I just said I would try it, and my blood pressure went to unbelievably very healthy levels. But my oldest sister went to the dentist one day to get her from working her teeth, and they called the ambulance because her pressure was so high. They took her to the hospital and told her that you could have a stroke any moment. And she was in the hospital in emergency for several hours, and she came home and she told me about it. I said, you know what? I'm going to give you some live stream, and you have to start walking or whatever. So she started taking her live stream, and every day she was hoping her pressure had come down. So I know there's something to the live stream. I discovered it by accident, but I love all the products. But the live stream is essential to healthy blood pressure, at least for me. That's fantastic. Oh my God. Hey, everybody. That was wonderful. Anybody else? I want to thank Roberta for coming on tonight and sharing. I want to thank
All of you who shared tonight. I think this was a really purposeful and important call. And I'm positive it's made a difference to many. I want to ask Donna or Marlene, whichever one of you would like, to talk about whatever calls are coming after this. And I just want to thank you all for being on this call tonight. And I'm kind of blown away, Roberta, by what you had to say and how that will impact, Bob, but also Matt, what you shared, and Jackie, what you shared. I think that this is important. And guys, this is your whisper, okay? This is your whisper. All right, Donna or Marlene.
allowing me.
Oh, gosh, what a gift. Thank you, Roberta.
I just wanted to jump on and say thank you also. This is Marlene, and that information is so valuable, I know, to everyone. And the one interesting takeaway for me is that a lot of times when we're using a product and it's maybe shared with us for a particular reason, that when you actually do go to those fact sheets or you listen to these calls, you realize that there are so many more benefits that you might not have thought of using, like the MetaBooster for the heart. But some people might just think of it as something for energy or metabolism. So I appreciate that, Roberta, so much, just reminding everybody those products for heart health, as well as all the other benefits. So thank you so much. So Dawn, I don't know if you want to share about your call right after this.
Sure, Marlene, thank you so much.
Yes, I'm sure.
So we have our team call on board. We love for all you guys to hop on. It's a call where we just kind of get together every week and talk about what's going on. Just like today, today was awesome because I've listened to these calls many, many times and never kind of coordinated messages through with Heart Health. And so you're always learning, and we all learn from each other, and we appreciate that so much. So hopefully you can pop on. The information's on the Rising Stars team page. We look forward to seeing you guys there. But thank you guys so much. Thank you, Roberta and Karen. Another great call. We appreciate you so much.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. All right, everybody. Thank you. Love you. Make today, right, your best day. And whatever calls you can get on, get on. I want you to know I will be on Don and Bob's call. I'll be in the kitchen, so I will be on the phone, but I listen in. And so however you can do it, get on, listen in, join. And if you cannot, that's okay too. We just appreciate any time that you can give us and to give to Sunrider. I want to remind you, all the Sunrider foods are great, all of them. So whatever you've got at home, start today. Make today your first day, right, of the rest of your life. And for those of you that gleaned something from what Roberta said tonight, I hope you understand that she offered some hope, right? She offered some hope. Roberta, thank you so much, honey, and I'll talk to you soon. Good night, everyone.
Okay. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.